Okay, so today we're looking at similar triangles and how we can measure them indirectly. Now, triangles that have the same shape, but not the same size, we call those similar. And in similar triangles, the measure of corresponding angles are equal. The angles are the same, but the sides are not the same. But they are proportional, and that can help us. So, notice this little symbol right here, this little squiggly line. Let me just kind of zoom in there. Okay, that squiggly line is for the word similar. So, it says if triangle DEF is similar to triangle ABC, find the value of x. Okay, and so what we'll do is we'll set up a proportion. And let's take a look at DEF. On DEF, the one to the right, the smaller one, this is the side that we're looking for, right here. Now notice that this side matches up to this side. It's not the same length, but they're proportional. And then we have this one on the smaller triangle matches up to this one on the larger triangle. So what we can do is now make a proportion. We have this x, this one right here. If I take this ratio of x over 12, and so I'll write that down here, x over 12 on this triangle is the same ratio as this side, that's 20, over 30. Why did I put x here? I don't know. I was supposed to put the number 12. Man, I hate when that happens. So x over 12 is equal to 20 over 30. And then from here we can solve it. Notice right down below they already put the answer is 8. How would they do that? Well, notice that we have divided by 12. We would multiply by 12, both sides. And then you would calculate your answer. And if you would take 20 times 12 divided by 30, you would get 8. And it's 8 feet. All right, so the goal is to set up the proportion and then solve. All right, let's take a look at the ones down below. We'll start with number 1. Okay, so we'll see which one matches. I always like to put x in the upper left. It just makes it easier. So notice that the x one right here, this is going to match up with this side right here, 6. See that? They match up. And then the 24 matches with the 8. So x over 24, this and this, match up to these two. 6 over 8. And that is my proportion. Okay, so how would you solve this? Well, you could look at it and kind of tell. But if you cannot look at it and tell, then you would just multiply by 24. Both sides. And see how this disappears? That becomes 1. And so whatever you get on this side would be your answer. Looking at it quickly, I'll do this one with you. I know that 8 goes into 24. 8 goes in here once. 8 goes in there 3. So now I have 6 times 3. 18 inches. That is how long this side is right here. It is 18 inches. So just set up your ratios and then solve it. Let's go to number 3. I'll do some of these with you and you can do the rest. So let's see, what are we looking for first? Okay, here's our x right here. And that's going to match up with this 10, isn't it? And then I only have 7, so x over 7, see that's for this triangle, this first one, is the same as 10 over 5. Okay, so now I just solve. And if you're clever, you can figure it out by just looking at it. If not, multiply by 7. See that? Multiply by 7, that's gone. But I have to do the same to the other side. And you could figure that one out. Okay, let's go to the next one, number 5, down below. Okay, so we have a basketball pole, and it is 10 feet high, and it casts a shadow. So this thing is 10 feet high, and it's going to match up with the height of this girl. And then the shadow is going this way. It's the shadow. It's 12 feet. So it's like we have the sun here, a green sun, that's weird. And we want to figure out what this side is. Okay, so this and this match up, right? The x and the 12. So x over 5 for this triangle. This is a fraction, x over 5. So x over 5 is equal to 12 over 10. Okay, because they are proportional. And hopefully you can see the answer. Because notice that 5 times something is 10. 5 times 2 is 10. Something times 2 is 12. The answer would be 6. So our answer is x is 6. What's the units? Feet. So her shadow would be 6 feet long. Okay, slide over number 6. I'll assist you on this one. Now this is kind of a little strange. You have to look at the angles. First of all, what we're trying to figure out is how far it is across this pond, right here. How far it is across. And notice that this and this, for these two triangles, these sides match, right? For two different triangles. So we have x and 8. They would be matching. But now, let's see. I have this length and this length. Notice how it goes from 3 arcs, 1, 2, 3, to 1. Over here, 3 arcs to 1. So this side. So for this x triangle, x over 45 is the same as 8 over 10. X over 45 is the same as x over 10. Okay, so we'll just use a little algebra. We'll get rid of the 45, get x by itself. I will multiply by 45 on both sides. And now you can find your answer of how long it is across here. Let's see if we can just do this real quick. I think I will do this without a calculator. To do that, I know 8 and 10. 2 goes into both of those. 2 goes in here, 5. 2 goes into 8, 4. And I know that 5 goes into 45. Right? So 5 goes into 45. I'm just going to use a different color real fast. Let's see. 5 goes in there once. 5 goes in there 9 times. So you're left with 4 times 9. 4 times 9 is 36. So the answer is, this length is 36 meters. Now you could have used a calculator. 8 times 45 divided by 10, you should get 36. Okay, I will allow you, you can do the other two on your own. Let's turn the paper over because I want to do a couple of challenging ones, just kind of start you on that. Sometimes you'll find that, now here we have a small triangle inside a larger triangle. Now sometimes they give you extra measurements you don't need. You have to decide. So first of all, this is my x right here, this short distance. I'm going to put that right here. And that's going to match up with this long distance right there. Okay, so I have a little triangle inside a big triangle. Right? So I have the little inside the big. So we have x. You see how those two kind of match up? The x and the 35. And for the little triangle, we have x over 18 matches up with 35 over 45. Okay, so it would not be a good idea to use this one because notice it's going from 3 to 1. 3 to 1, not 3 to 2. It's not this side. So that would not work. 25 would not work. Okay, I will let you solve this. I'm just helping you set it up. All right, let's take a look. Let's slide over to number 2. And the reason why on number 2 is because if you look closely, it's kind of hard to tell, you have to look at those little arcs inside. So here's our x. All right, and that's this one right here. This one is on the one and the one that has 2 arcs. See, it has 2 arcs, 1 and 2 arcs. Okay, that matches up with the side that has 1 and 2 arcs. It'll match up with that side. So the x will match up with this 4. And then of course, see it goes from 2 arcs to 3 arcs, 2 arcs to 3 arcs, 9, 6. Okay, so anyways, these two sides match. So I have x over 9 is equal to 4 over 6. And then I'll let you solve that. Let's take a look at some others down here that are a little complicated, such as number 3. Is that complicated? Oh, yeah, because you have choices. On number 3, you have choices. They give you all 3 sides. You may not want to use the one with a decimal. That might give you a real weird number. So let's see. Where's my x at? Oh, this is my x. And that one is matching up to this side right here, to the 10. So the x and the 10 match up. Now I could do x over 2, but then I'd have to do 10 over 4.5. I don't want to use that. How about if I do x over 4, then I could do 10 over 8. I like that better. So x over 4 is equal to 10 over 8. And that should be very easy to solve for you. Okay, 2 more I'm going to assist you with. This one right here. And I'll just do part of it with you. We have, here's our x, the long side, that's the x. And that matches up with the 3. So this big triangle and the little triangle. Now notice that for this big triangle, I only know this long length. I only know this. I don't know the whole thing here. So I will use x over 21. And then you can do the rest. Is it going to be 3 over 6 or will it be 3 over 9? Three over 9. Okay, I'll let you solve that. And let's go to Nope, I think I can let you do the rest of it.